All right, guys. Hey, well, thanks for joining me today. Today's video is brought to you by Kleenex. Oh, man. This morning was kicking my butt. Up at 1 with my ears just plugged hard and my face was doing something in my throat. Oh, miserable. I sneezed one. I didn't even know I was going to sneeze. Just got up, walked across the house, and I was just this big thing, and I caught it. Oh, I didn't even have a oh, disgusting. So, anyhow, no-till, strip-till, cover cropping, relay cropping, however, pasture grazing, whatever type of soil health thing you're doing on your farm. Did you get it to work? And how did you get it to work? What failures did you have to go through? Let's be honest here. For everybody going down this path, to everybody else that's watching these videos and like, you know, you go to the Gabe Brown scenarios and he's like, you should just be doing no-till and bring cattle back and it'll be a great success and you'll have $1.40 corn production, everybody. Look at these pictures. And you all leave there, you know, like, yeah. And then you get home and it's more like, what the crap? So yeah, let's be honest here. Kind of how many failures or trials did you go through before you got it to work and stuff like that? So please comment below. I also put the topics on soilman.com for the no-till and the cover crops of if you got no-till to work, what'd you have to get through to get it to work, and same on cover crops. What'd you have to get through to finally get cover crops to work? I'm still trying to figure out the cover crops as far as intercropping with the cash crop. Now, using cover crops as a pasture mix, easy peasy. That's just, okay, that's called a pasture mix. That's almost not called a cover crop. That's just too easy, too easy. But working with corn and beans, that's really hard to get figured out. You got to get the right timing where you're not going to hurt your cash crop, but you're going to get enough growth for the bang for the buck out of your cover crop. The no-till, we had some ground that it was producing very well in conventional till, but the ground was always tight. It was by summertime, I mean, the tractor would just vibrate. It was like asphalt. And then in the fall, you'd rip it again. In the spring, you'd dust it up and plant. And then we went to no-till thinking like, oh, hey, everybody says no-till will just whip this soil around. The soil is the exact same. It made a very good crop, very fertile field, but that soil would just go so rock hard. The tractor would just chatter trying to pull that planter through that soil on no-till. So we put it to alfalfa. We're going to run alfalfa just for a few years on it while the alfalfa is still growing roots. Then we'll bring some corn on corn in there and really just flood that ground with some roots to just open that soil up. But the alfalfa gives that soil life a jump start and get going. And we had other fields that we had trouble with, and just doing the plain no-till corn and bean is because we still need to combine. You know, you just can't leave beans out and combine them whenever. You have to be timely on your harvest. And that's the hard part about this soil health journey is you still have to pay your bills. You still have to grow a crop. You still have to harvest on your schedule. Like corn, I have no problem leaving corn out till it's frozen. But heck, every year for the last 4 years, we haven't been out before the ground was froze anyhow because the mud was so bad. So there's not much of it. Whether it's no-till or full-till or what, we were just waiting for the ground to freeze to get back out there because the mud was so bad. But soybean time, you know, you don't have that luxury. And so we had to create some ruts. Well, how do you fix ruts in a no-till situation? With tillage, then we brought in the strip till because that was a great band-aid or a great transition from full till to no-till. Strip till right down the line gave us an awesome opportunity. So the strip till, success from day one, no questions asked. Boom. Huge savings on fertilizer, better looking crops, better water infiltration, really helped on the soil condition. And then you had the labor time and equipment savings more towards the no-till side than the conventional side. I mean, strip till is just, it's on the very first pass of the very first day, it was a success, plain and simple. But then the no-till was kind of difficult to try and stick to a no-till on a field, because when you create ruts, you got to kind of dust them spots up. So then what we went to do was just run the Mulch Master like a blade, where it was just off the ground, and you hit them ruts a couple different ways just to knock the mud that squirted up the sidewalls back in the trench, let it kind of melt back into place over the summer. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it's better than hitting that spot with the disc ripper again. We learned that ruts in our fields, the shallow ruts, don't need deep ripping. They just need some good winter. The cover crops, we had a lot of failures on cover crops getting started. We kept going into corn too late with the wrong species. We went into corn late with warm season type stuff. It barely germinate, and then you got killing frost. And then we went in early with cool season stuff where it took off really quick, and then as soon as the corn canopied, it just kind of withered away. So now we're learning to go in early with some cool season stuff, and it can get going, and then it just kind of lay there until the corn till the corn leaves start to fall and offer some sunlight, and then it gets going. You know, oat grass seems to work good for that, some seasonal grasses. The tillage radish don't really give a crap about nothing. They just get going and go. Your alfalfas and some of your clovers can work good in that situation. Soybeans, it was really hard. So corn, back to corn, so now we're getting more confidence to keep going sooner and sooner. We used to go in at V6. We'd get a couple things to germinate. We finally brought it into like a V4, V5, and now we saw a lot of germination, not enough growth to really, really be like, holy crap. But there was enough there that the cattle could have grazed. You had some feed value there. It was the beginning. So now next year we'll push it up another week. You know, just move 1 week at a time each year and see what happens. Soybeans was really difficult because you don't want to get in early enough, because then you're just going to have a disaster of combining. So behind soybeans, it works really great to just go out and spin on some winter rye or winter wheat, whatever you're doing. That works great. And so then the next spring, you might have a potential grass crop before your corn or something. So we're starting to get the cover crops figured out. But the hard part on cover crops is we were learning from people down south, like Georgia, Louisiana, kind of south, where winter wasn't an issue. Their issue was how are they going to terminate this cover crop to grow their cash crop, where for us, it's like, how can we even get any growth out of our cover crop? So, boom, end it right there. Excuse me. Leave your comments below, please. Please leave the comments below. Start conversations with each other. Go to Soilman and look for the no-till and the cover crop comments of some fun stories of your failures. How about that? Fun stories of your failures. Share with each other. It's not all gravy and rainbows and happy stuff. You know, it's a learning curve and kind of a struggle sometimes. But yeah, guys, I'll leave it there. Looking forward to your guys' comments on this one. Thank you very much.